Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Picnic Table Chat Show. I do apologise for the slight delay tonight. We had a guest round looking at the ant, so we had to delay for a few minutes, but we are here now. So, a massive welcome to everyone on all the different platforms listening now and listening in the future. Give us a little comment, say hello. So we've got a few topics to talk to you about tonight, not massive amounts to talk to you about tonight. We're going to start as normal at the moment with leaf cutters right in front of us. We can see during the stream, actually, we've just chucked in some more leaves for them, and they have started getting to work in cutting off the larger sections. Those larger sections, they tend to store. You can see on the left hand side, it might be the right hand side to you, they've got like a big pile of smaller leaf bits there, and then they'll take that and process it into smaller parts which they'll use on the fungus. So it's been quite interesting and very amazing to watch, quite frankly. Leaf cutters are amazing, but there has been a few things that I was unsure of. One thing I was told, and I was a little bit unsure of, is they will survive off the water in the leaves and basically humidity within the setup. This I thought is kind of right, but my setup isn't very humid. There isn't much. Well, no, it's very humid, but there's no condensation build-up, if that makes no sense, or not much of a condensation build-up. But where there was, especially in the morning, the ants would go nuts for it. So I kind of assumed they might not be getting enough water from just the leaves that I was providing, even though I am giving them a fair few leaves. So I've started to provide them with water. Now, there is going to be a upload in the next few days. I'm doing my vlog thing on the leafcutter ants. You can see pretty much daily progress. The only days I'm not filming are days that we're streaming because they're being filmed anyways. So you can see pretty much every single day and the progress of the fungus or the colony as a whole. And you'll be able to see how they reacted to the water being put in, and it was quite a substantial reaction, and I've continued on with it, and they are basically drinking non-stop from this water source. So it does prove that I do need to put in slightly more water, even though it's the right humidity and all of that. They just need a little bit of a drink as well. I suppose they're probably using the water in conjunction with the leaves to create the fungus. Again, I'm not really 100% sure of that process yet. I'm still researching it. But there is a million and two things going on in the ant corner at the moment, if I'm completely honest, and research has been slow. Finding time where I can sit down while my brain's still functioning to a point I can take it in is the challenging part. Excuse me. But yeah, if you are interested in watching, oh, that's all right, Creepy. Thank you for signing in. It probably won't be a very long stream tonight. I was late starting as well, if I'm completely honest, so don't worry at all. I had a guest visitor at the Ant Corner today, so I was just talking to them before they left, and we sort of overran slightly. But yeah, we've fed the leaf cutters whilst we have been streaming. So if you want to go back at the start, like back at the end to the start of the stream, you know what I mean. You can see their reaction to the leaves getting put in. I was just saying as well that the vlogs I am recording them every day that I'm not streaming, and I'll upload every single day as well. I think I've done like the first week. I need to upload some more. I've got loads of footage that I need to upload basically, but my internet's always constantly busy as well at the moment, so I kind of upload them overnight whilst no one's using the internet. Bit of a nightmare situation, but we're getting there. But it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so lots of updates coming from the leaf cutters at the moment. Moving on from that, excuse my bad cough again. And I do emphasize this is just going to be a brief, short episode, just because I haven't actually got that many things down in front of me. I got a surprise yesterday. I had all sorts of things that I wanted to get with, and then we had a surprise parents evening for our youngest daughter, and it was like, oh, Okay, well, that's my whole evening kind of thrown out the window. So there hasn't actually been that much happen since our last stream on Sunday. So, anyways, today I was looking at the big Polyrhacus dives multi-species tank because they have, well, they started building again, quite frankly, and they're probably building about another half a foot of nest. It is quite impressive, very extensive, I think is the word. Yeah, extensive and quite scary. It's going to be huge. It's going to, like, the nest is going to be well over a foot wide by the time they're finished, and probably about a quarter of a foot deep. It's quite impressive is the word, to say the least. I have also put in a jelly pot and all sorts of food to them today. I'll be uploading the time lapse of that in the next probably 24 hours as well. It's quite cool. I've sped it up to, like, it wasn't a time lapse, it was like a speeded up video. I sped it up to like 20 times the speed. It was about 2 hours of footage, and it's into like 8 minutes or 15 minutes or something like that, and you can just see how their reaction to a jelly pot. A lot of ants I find don't go for the jelly pots. I never had issues with my Polyrhacus dives. They've always enjoyed them to the point where they always finish the pot. Quite often, actually, I find the millipedes are eating it as well. The beetles enjoy it. There's an ant carrying a massive stick. That is really cool. They've just taken that off something, probably off the end of one of these sticks, leaves, but that's really cool. Massive stick. I'm just going to cough again. My apologies. Oh, that's better. So yeah, the dives are going from strength to strength. They are still having mating sessions within the tank. There are still queens mating with males. That's been going on for a good month or so. Really impressive. Um, I don't really know how long it will go on for, if it will ever stop now. Whatever. But yeah, so they're expanding the nest, and there's so many of them. I think I'm going to have to move forward my expansion idea with the tank. I was talking to my wife last night because it will involve like a full move round of the ant corner so that the second tank can be set up next to the first. But we'll do what is necessary. So whilst I was there looking at my Polyrhacus dives today, thank you, wife, for bringing me a coffee, you spectacular woman. Um, whilst I was there looking at the Polyrhacus dives today, I saw the elusive bumblebee millipedes. Wife, there's a big stick being carried by the ants here. Sorry, everyone, I just have to show the wife. Yeah, how cool is that? Say something. She's never going to talk on stream. One day, one day. But anyways, we saw the elusive bumblebee millipedes. Now, they've been living in the tank since pretty much the start. We've got 3 different species of millipedes which live in the tank. I just need to cough in 1 second. My apologies. We got 3 different millipede species that should be living in the tank. We don't often get to see them, especially anymore. So it was very cool to see the bumblebee millipede. And then I had the brainwave that if we're going to be doing the expansion sooner rather than later, let's get that millipede out before basically it's a not friendly environment for him to come up in. So I have, oh, there's a massive piece of leaf going now. Awesome. I have now scooped the millipede out and placed him in with my other millipedes, because most millipedes are okay together if they've got the same sort of care requirements like humidity and so on and so forth. Then they are not too bad, and the millipedes are the same sort of size as the other millipedes in that box, so they're fine and they'll be absolutely happy in there. And it is just a one bumblebee at the moment. I'm going to keep my eyes open because there's at least 5. If I don't think they've bred, if I'm completely honest. So, like I say, it's not been a perfect environment for them for the last like 6 months. There's just a run with ants. Look at the size of that ant there. That's really cool. I hope it's not too blurry at the minute and you can see these ants on screen because they are so cool. But yeah, so the bumblebee, I was really pleased to have can take them to me with me to the workshops as well. So I always enjoy the workshops, and it's always nice to have new and different interesting things to show off and get the kids interested with. We take along the fact sheets, and we take along lots of interesting things, interactive things. I'm not going to give it all away on here because I have uh, lots of little things that we take along with us to make the sessions fun and cool. We've got a really good session setting up at the end of the month. I'm really looking forward to that one as well. Don't forget, now it is heading towards the colder months of the year. Posting of ants will be stopping fairly soon. I will be posting the last few ants in the next few weeks, but I'll be taking into account the temperature every time, if that makes sense. I didn't word it very well, but that should make sense. And then we will be stopping for the Christmas period. Obviously, you can still put in orders and you can still get dry goods and stuff, but we won't be placing, or we won't be sending the live ants until it warms up again, probably around mid-January, February time. But a lot of the ants are in hibernation at that point anyways. I mean, we could maybe do something if they require heat packs and stuff like that, but the effort that goes into it, it's honestly, it's not overly worth it. Not worth the risk. You may as well wait until this weather's a little bit warmer and the ants are alive, you know. There's just no point in taking the risk. Or, well, it's your money, but you know what I mean. I'd rather not. But that is pretty much the end of my list. I'm just thinking, was there anything else I was supposed to talk to you about? I've done a few things, but I also done nothing at the same time, if you know what I mean. It's all been a lot of admin work lately. And there's a lot of admin work, obviously. Excuse me again. The Sheffield show is looking absolutely spectacular. Obviously, the banner's running across the screen at the moment. Don't forget to head over, grab your tickets. There is still a few of the early entry tickets as well. Those will allow you entry, I think it's 45 minutes before everyone else, something like that. So you can come in, have a look at all the stalls before everyone else, have a look what, like, buy the best stuff, meet everyone and whatnot before it all kind of starts and people come in. So they are still available, but they are running out as well. And we do obviously have lots of standard adult tickets, and children under 13 are completely free. The Sheffield show, if you go on our website, there has been, I can't remember if I've said it now, there has been a slight update on the website and on the Facebook doodad event thing, which gives you a few of the vendors that are going to be there, and I think one of the lecturers is listed as well. But I won't give any more detail for a little while longer, and then we'll probably release a lot of detail in one big hit. But we'll wait and see what happens further to the time. Obviously, it is coming up to Christmas, so I've already programmed in, and you can press the notify me button already, that we have the Christmas streams and our New Year's streams already planned. We'll be doing giveaways, we'll be doing celebrating and having fun, and you know how it is. We're going to have a good night on our streams. They're not actually falling on Christmas Day itself, I don't believe. I think we've taken Christmas Day itself off. I can't remember. I think my wife is forcing me to take Christmas Day off. I don't always. I usually do the morning and whatnot, and then it's a normal day again. But yeah, we've already got our Christmas tree up. A shout out to anyone that's got their Christmas tree up. I love it. Pretty much as soon as the Halloween stuff goes down, Christmas trees go up, all the Christmas lights in the windows. I walked around the other night actually, and we are the only house in the whole area that has Christmas lights up already. But that's the way it is when you've got kids who absolutely love it, and I don't mind saying yes to something like that. In fact, during the COVID period, we pretty much decorated for like every festive period that we could. We wanted to do like Valentine's Day and everything else as well, just to sort of always bring that little bit of extra cheer house, and it looks nice. Let's be honest, it does look nice having all the little lights and whatnot on the houses. Sometimes it can be a bit tacky. Sometimes some of the like batteries and things can kind of work the opposite way. But I really like just like the lights. I think the lights just make the houses look pretty. So I wouldn't like object to being there all year round. I think that's just my madness, to be honest. I don't know. I do like Christmas Day. But I do think that is it for tonight's stream. I don't have anything else on my list, and I don't have anything else that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm not going to sit here and bore you, and I'm not going to go so off topic that we all get completely lost with what I say. As always, give me a shout if you need me. I am about, although I am probably going to be catching an earlier night tonight because I have been not sleeping well for the last month or so, and I'm really super knackered. I need to get a good night's sleep. So that will probably happen tonight, but I am still about if you need me. Same as always, massive thank you to everyone for signing on, watching, commenting, and massive thank you, be an absolute star. Thank you to the sponsors, Answer Us and Valhalla. Obviously, they are absolutely fantastic for their ongoing support towards us, and a massive thank you to our Patreon supporters as well. But I am going to love you and leave you. It's been absolutely fantastic as always. So as always from me, I'll see you again soon, fans. Good night.